Hi, Living Your Truth Sisters. It is another month of amazing content for you. We are going to dive deep into fire ceremonies and the power of releasing and transforming your life using them. First and foremost, before I go into anything about fire ceremonies, is I want to underscore, bold, highlight all of the safety around fire ceremonies that you need to adhere to, because fire is very powerful and it can be very destructive in its nature. So I've done a resource on fire safety, mostly for fire pits and bonfires, but certainly we're going to be talking about fire ceremonies in the home. You need to make sure that you follow all of the safety guidelines around using matches and candles and the element of fire. So I want to underscore that before we even begin. And I'll be putting that in as we continue as well. Fire. The element of fire is amazing. It is a transformer. It not only destructs, but it creates, right? It creates in itself ash and smoke. In its ability to release, it creates space for you to step forward in living your truth as well. It connects us deeply to spirit. Just the sense of looking at a flame, one single flame, allows us to be mesmerized and connect to not only spirit above, but the spirit within us. So the other thing about fire is it is a masculine energy. It is flowing, it's changing, it's moving, it's full of passion. Fire is that strong willpower element. So it has a lot of masculine energy to it. When we are releasing, oftentimes you find us in the feminine energy where we're nurturing our own self. So this can be a powerful time of unifying both your own masculine energy and power and your feminine energy, that nurturing self, and bringing them into alignment as well. So when we are thinking about the flame of a fire, we are talking about the light of God, of the universe, of source. And when we're looking at fire, it's really putting form to the formless. So it's very important that as we go through ceremonies, we are looking at the formless aspects of what the fire produces for us ourselves. There are so many, many benefits of doing a fire ceremony, and I've listed just a few of them in the PDFs this month. Take a look at them, but really they are about releasing that which no longer fits, which no longer belongs to us, that we need to take out of ourselves, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a belief, whether it's a lack of taking care of your own physical self, releasing all of that so that we can then create and go into what we truly want. For whenever we are embracing a new and trying to intentionally manifest something, we are also releasing it. It's a yin and a yang. It's never done in a vacuum. So we are always releasing at the same time that we are intending. So when we go to the intention of your fire ceremony, and I'll talk about that, make sure that you understand, even if your intention is to manifest something bigger, it's also that there's a little bit of releasing that we have to be left behind. If there's something that we're releasing and we're truly leaving it behind, we have to make sure that the vacuum we create has an intention of what you desire for the future. So we'll talk about that as we go through the content. This month, the next video is going to be a little longer than most of them because we're going to be talking about creating that ceremony. And I tried to figure out a way to break it up, and I could, but it just really felt like it needed to be in its own video. So let's have at the concept of creating a fire ceremony to empower yourself.